In this video, the Prophet Ramon Keefe is showing you the word Passover. Letters change into numbers, multiplied. Clearly, we can make out the year 2015. And that's just the first part of the calculation. And clearly, we can make out the year that Israel is today. Year 5,775. And clearly, we know what I'm talking about, Israel, because 175, extracting the 175 out of this number, and 147 out of that number. Clearly, that's all the years that Jacob lived, 147 years. 175 years is all the years that Abraham lived. Truly, God has shown Abraham that his people would be in captivity. And truly, Jacob is a descendant of Abraham. And Jacob had 12 sons, 12 tribes of Israel. But clearly, unmistakably, you can make out the year 2015 more than one way. And clearly, Israel became a nation again in 1948, the 1 to 9 and the 4 to 8, approximately 67 years ago. Since this date, 2015, according to their calendar, it'd be 5,775. So clearly we can make out all these numbers from this calculation, these dates, these numbers. And let me show you that online. Online, clearly, Passover, I say the Jewish holiday, but it's just basically the Israeli holiday, which is April 4th, 2015, which commences or starts the Passover. As I showed you earlier in the same video, that this will mark the last Passover. Mind you, April 3rd is the second Friday the 13th in this year. For all you who didn't know, April 3rd is the second Friday the 13th of the year. And furthermore, to finish my statement, there are 3 Friday the 13th in the year 2015, the same year that Jesus will appear to judge the world. So it's very important to note April on your calendar, because here we are already in the date March 27th, 2015, and thus the time is shortening or drawing nigh or drawing close to the ensuing day of judgment that will coming close to the ensuing day of judgment that will take place this year, 2015. So clearly, there is a red blood moon predicted to be on April 5th of 2015. So this is very important to pay attention to these dates, because truly, even the celestial signs mark the return of Jesus Christ. Here the prophet is showing you, beware the midpoint of the blood moon tetrad, January 5th, 2015. Passover is 1 April 4th, 2015. Next total lunar eclipse, Saturday, April 4th, 2015. Wow. This total lunar eclipse, blood moon, is on April 4th, 2015. I apologize if I got the dates or said the dates incorrectly, but clearly the total lunar eclipse will be on April 4th, 2015. Which clearly, April 4th, 2015 is clearly the first day of Passover, the month of Nisan. More than a coincidence, everyone. Here is the whole calculation for the word Passover. Clearly, in the last part of the calculation, you can clearly make out the year 2015, 2015. Also, you can make out the date 4 or 5 or April 5th. You can make out it right here again. And also 4/4, which would be April 4th. It clearly says, God says, of the day and the hour ahead of time, you won't know. But he has definitely shown me to show you the year. And even in the word Passover, you can clearly make out the year 2015. You can also make out the hours that Jesus was on the cross between the 6th and 9th hour. And clearly, the reverse of 54 would be 45 degrees. In one of my prior videos, I showed you that Jesus clearly showed the year 2015, 2015. And this is conclusive. From the cross, Jesus showed the year that he will return. This is conclusive. When you look at this number at the end of the calculation, it's 20. And then you get the 5 at the beginning and 1 at the end. Clearly, you can make out 2015. That's conclusive enough as it gets. And I showed you can make out 2015 from down here. Clearly 2015. Right there in plain sight, 2015. So clearly, this is the year that Jesus is coming back to judge the world. Remember, he was crucified around the time of Passover. 1,015 years prior to Israel becoming a nation in 1948. Surely I can make out the 1, 9, the 4, and the 8. He did 1948. So 1,915 years prior to Israel becoming a nation in modern times, 1948. It's been 1,915 years prior to that, 1948, that Jesus at age 33 was crucified. So these dates are clearly important, because as of this year, it has been 1,982. 1,982 years ago, Jesus was crucified. Since 2000. Or should I show you like this? Since 2015. So keep all this in mind, because clearly Jesus is soon to return, sometime this year. And surely as I showed you, this is the word Passover. Changing these letters into numbers, this is the word Passover. P16, A, S is 19, S is 19, 15 is O, V is 22, E is 5, and R is 18. There's no mistaking this. This is the word Passover. Distinctively, correctly, concisely, precisely, specifically. It's the word Passover. God bless. God bless. God bless.